This week on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, highlights from games played in 5 different sports, including baseball, with Clayton Valley and Campo Lindo, Live Oak at Leland, and softball powerhouse games with Foothill and Livermore and Heritage battling freedom.
We'll have our first look at basketball as Homestead meets Cupertino for boys and girls hoops with St. Mary's and Mitty. Plus, the story of the San Francisco baseball player finding his home base. 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with West Catholic League Baseball. The league starting up this week with lots of talented teams and players.
The Sierra Padres are 6-0 to start the season, with senior Nico Button batting .562. The Padres hosting St. Ignatius this week. The Wildcats led by senior Brendan Goodrow, who's hitting .476. The league opener at Sierra this week.
The Sierra Padres hosting St. Ignatius on a windy Tuesday in San Mateo. Bottom of the first, Thomas Gold with the bases loaded smacks a line drive to center. DJ Giorso scores, and the Padres are on the board. Next batter, Nico Button, and he hits that ball on the button. Will Bowen scores, and it's 2-0 Padres after 1. Bottom of the second now. Welcome back to the plate, Mr. Gold. And again, Thomas cashes in. That line drive played Giorso, a 2 RBI day for Gold. And after 2, the Padres lead at 4-0. Top of the fourth, Lucas Tapia leads off the inning with a monster blast to left. It one-hops the fence. Tapia dives into second with the double. Next batter is Cooper Lee, and that one is blasted high and deep to left. It hits just off the top of the fence. Tapia had to hold up on a fly ball, so there are runners on second and third for Nico Gamosius, and he clears them. A sinking line drive to the opposite field plates both runners. 2 RBIs on the day for Gamosius to chop the Padres lead in half. 4-2 the score in the top of the 6th. Wildcats trying to get a guy in scoring position, but catcher Button guns down the runner at second. Bowen with the tag, and Button stops the SI threat. Bottom of the 6th, Connor Dorgan hits a missile to right that hits off the top of the fence, trying to get 2 bags out of it. Right fielder Malcolm Felix fields it cleanly and guns out the runner thanks to Evan Smith's tag. A great throw there by Felix, but Isaiah Crump entered the game in the 3rd for the Padres and would throw 4 scoreless as Giorso throws to Bowen for out number 21. The Padres win it 5-2 to open up WCAL play.
Nice crowd at Campo Lindo to see the Cougars take on Clayton Valley. Campo on the board, first runner at second for Hideki Prather, who rips it up the middle into center field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Greg Palamountain. Here comes the throw. It is cut off. Palamountain is safe, and Campo has a 1-0 lead. Top 3 runner at first for the Ugly Eagles is Ryder Helfrich, lays down a terrific butt. Ryder racing to first, beating the throw. Later, bases loaded, 1 out. Kyle Conley takes it back up the middle. The out is made, but Hank Pfeiffer scores, and we're tied at 1-1. Later in the 3rd, runners at second and third as Cubby Cortez sends a blistering shot down the left field line. Helfrich scores. Here comes Jacob Craig, and it's 3-1 Clayton Valley. This was a well-played game on both sides. Here's Craig at third with a leaping catch. Then this one shot back up the middle, but Campo starter Kalen Godfrey knocks it down and gets the out to end the top of the 4th. Look at this play. The bunt attempt is in the air, and racing in to make a diving spectacular catch is Craig. A great play there. Bottom of the 6th inning now. The ball is lined towards second, but there to make the grab and throw to first just to make sure is Hank Pfeiffer, the sophomore. And now bottom 6, and Mason Oakley on the mound gets his 6th strikeout of the game. Oakley gets a complete game 3-hitter as Clayton Valley goes to 5-2 on the season with the 3-1 win.
Adrian Soriano here in San Jose as Valley Christian takes on Los Gatos. The Warriors get on the board in the 2nd. Kylie Cunningham crushes this one to deep left field for a triple as Ella Steele scores 1-0 VC. TJ Williams up next, and she hits a high fly ball to left center. That's deep enough to score Cunningham, and it's 2-0 Warriors after 2. Top 4 in Los Gatos battles back as Reese Sarade hits one to left. That one falls in as Rosie Gomez and Addie Page scores to tie it up at 2. Then Sarah Martin with a fly ball to right. That drops in just inside the line for a hit as Sarade comes in to score, and it's 3-2 Wildcats. But Valley Christian answers back in the bottom half. Jackie Lemus hammers it off the left field fence for a 2-bagger as Ella Steele scores, and it's all tied up at 3 after 4. Fifth inning, and the Wildcats take the lead again as Gomez lines one to left for a base knock. Alana Panu scores, and it's 4-3 LG after 5. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Warriors in the 7th, but Lindsay Chiala gets a strikeout for out number 2. Still bases juice for Cunningham, who hits it to right for a base hit, but the umpires ruled that the ball hit the runner on the play for the final out as Los Gatos hangs on for their first win of the season.
The Los Lomas Knights traveling to Berean Christian Wednesday. Right out of the gate, it's Los Lomas getting on the board. Emma De La Cruz finishes on the beautiful pass to teammate Steffi Wong, and it is 1-0 Knights. A few minutes later, it's the Eagles trying to answer back, but Samantha Pierce swallows up the shot to keep the Knights lead at 1. In the second half, it's De La Cruz who makes a defender miss, takes a few dribbles, and fires a shot at the corner of the box, but goalie Taylor Suis makes the stop, and it's still 1-0 Knights. A few moments later, De La Cruz again follows through the pass, takes a touch, and shoots a rocket to the net, but Suis once again makes a great stop to keep the Eagle deficit to 1. With a little time left, it's the Eagles trying to equalize late, but Isabel Sturges makes a tremendous save to keep the Knights 1-0 lead, and that's where the game ends. 1-0 the final as Los Lomas improves to 3-1. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riker Center.
Here are the Players of the Week.
Riker Center, Players of the Week.
Last week of the football season.
Okay, well, starting Liberty Nate Bell, leading the Pride Alliance, piling on a straight trail to victory. Liberty repeating history against the rivals. Patriots escaping with little survival. Nate the Great takes the cake, 4 TDs, more easy with 336 yards feasting. Beast in the bowl of Brentwood, it gets good. This winner will never get splinters from the bench.
Now look for number 15, Eli Herrera, because he is the guy the D-line is scared of. A senior running back for the Oak Grove Eagles is stronger than a cup of Joe. No equal, 19 carries, 251 yards with 4 touchdowns. He was shifting lumbars, assault and battery. The way his runs charge could jumpstart your junked car. Put that on guard. These are your Players of the Week.
Trigger D, Riker Center.
49ers Prep and U.S. Bank award the Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week award every week.
This week's award goes to Carlmont High School football head coach Eric Ratto. The Scots finished the season undefeated at 4-0 with the 34-14 win over Sequoia last Friday. It's Coach Ratto's first season as head coach for the Scots, and after a disappointing 3-7 season last year, Coach Ratto looks to be getting the team moving in the right direction. Coach Ratto will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations to Coach Ratto, this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week.
This week featuring the combined Spirit squads from Pittsburgh High School. Coming up, it's the CCS Monster Game as Mitty hosts St. Mary's.
And Boys Hoops as Homestead meets Cupertino. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
This is the gap that opened up when everything shut down. But entrepreneurs never stopped and found solutions that kept them going. At U.S. Bank, we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap, a world of possibility opens. U.S. Bank, we'll get there together.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Riker Center. Borrega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Go to SB Live California as your destination for the very best in local high school sports coverage online. SB Live brings sports fans exclusive articles, highlights, coaches, polls, and photo galleries. Get the SB Live app for the latest scores from games played all around the Bay Area and California. This season, SB Live brings you exclusive content in partnership with 49ers Cal High Sports. Follow us at SB Live CA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. SB Live, the Bay Area's first destination for the latest in high school sports.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. By Wingstop, order Wingstop's new all-in bundle, just $19.99. See wingstop.com for restrictions and details. And by Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact.
We are back with this week's CCS Monster Game featuring CCS Power Archbishop Mitty. The girls from Mitty looking strong again this season with lots of talent. And of course, one of the top coaches in high school girls hoops history, Sue Phillips.
Yep, she's really good. The Monarchs hosting the St. Mary's Rams from Stockton. The Rams also a great year after year. The two teams opening their seasons at Mitty this week. It's our first Monster Game tonight, and our Courtney Tate was there.
I'm here at Mitty High School where the visiting St. Mary's girls basketball team are on the road for the first game of the season. Both teams have respected programs this season, but Mitty's girls basketball team is known to be one of the best teams in Northern California. Tonight, Mitty will look to get the ball to their star player, number 33, Hunter Hernandez, while St. Mary's looks to get the ball to either one of their starting point guards. It's St. Mary's at Mitty tonight for this week's Monster Game. Right out of the tip, Sienna Gudadaro finds Hunter Hernandez with a quick layup. Mitty goes up 2-0. Later in the first, Monarchs up 15-10. Hunter cuts to the basket and one. Mitty goes up 18-10. Rams trying to get back in it right here now, down 23-12. Nia Anderson driving to the baseline, hits a beautiful reverse layup, but Mitty now with a 29-18 lead. Sydney Burland muscling her way to the hole for the layup. St. Mary's now with the chance here to cut the lead, and it's Nia Anderson with the ball at top of the key. She drives to the basket, hits another tough bucket. Monarchs up 36-26. Still in the second, Mitty up 6. Nomi Barito has the ball at top of the key. She hands it to Hernandez. One dribble, pull up, knocks down the three ball. Monarchs back up 9. But the Rams kept chipping away at the lead, and it's Nia Anderson pulling up for a three ball of her own. St. Mary's cuts the lead to 7 before the half. Now in the third, Mitty only up 2. Berlin kicks it out to Gudadaro. She lines it up, knocks down the 3. Mitty up 54-49. Gudadaro right back with the ball again, drives baseline and one. Mitty extends the lead 57-49. But seconds before the buzzer, Brooklyn Perry takes off down the court. She pulls up in front of the 3 line, knocks it down. Mitty enters the fourth up 61-56. Now in the fourth, Rams down 1. It's Brooklyn Perry again knocking down a huge 3 ball. Rams had their first lead of the game, and Mitty's trying to fight back here, down 5 with 3 minutes left. The ball's kicked to Hernandez. She drives up the middle, jump stop, pull up, scores the basket. Rams up 66-63, but Nia Anderson with the ball at the top of the key, pulls up in the lane, scores another basket. St. Mary's up 68-63. And finally, St. Mary's tries to finish the game strong right here. Nia Anderson weaving her way through traffic, kicks it out to Jordan Lee. She lines it up, knocks down the dagger 3. St. Mary's pulls off the upset, winning 73-63, led by Anderson's 19 points. Here's what she had to say about the comeback.
We just went out there and played as a team. We had nothing to lose coming out and playing against Mitty. You know, one of the biggest names in the country. We had nothing to lose, and we were just so excited to be able to play and have a season. So we just went out there and gave it our all.
In San Jose with the Monster Game, I'm Courtney Tate, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Adrian Soriano here in Cupertino as Homestead takes on the Pioneers. The Mustangs take the lead early, Patrick Ye driving into the hoop and laying it in for the bucket, but Cupertino answers back. Jaden Chong lines it up and hits from three-point land, and it's all tied up at 8 after 1. The Pioneers still on the attack in the second quarter. The first shot is off, but right there to clean it all up is Andrew Chen. Then it's Ling Hao Feng laying it up and in as Cupertino takes a 16-14 lead at halftime. Homestead trying to stay within striking distance in the second half. Kai Levinson passing to Patrick Ye, who drills the fadeaway jump shot, but back come the Pioneers. Eric Chu kicks it outside to a wide-open Jake Elgood, who shoots and scores from deep, and it's 23-20 Cupertino. The Homestead Mustangs fight back. The first shot attempt is off the mark, but Danny Brathwaite hustles down the court to tip it in, and it's all tied up at 25 after 3. Fourth quarter, and the Mustangs got hot. Yuval Reingold Notman over to Brian Sathi, who makes it splash from downtown. Then how about some Mustang defense? Brathwaite gets the steal, and he will lay it up and in for 2 points. One more late bucket for Homestead as Levinson dishes outside to Brian Sathi, who makes it splash again from deep as the Mustangs pull away late to win it 43-30 for their first league win of the season.
Los Gatos and Los Altos facing off on Wednesday night. Emily Goldrip bumps to Adrina Cheng, who sets to Olivia Lowe and Lowe with the smackdown. The Cats are off to a hot start. This time it's Goldrip and Tang setting up Hannah Slover in the corner. Slover would have 9 kills in the first set alone. She was hot, and so were her Wildcats. Ely Lang to Tang to Natalie Anthony. Cats win the first by 11. The Eagles trying to tame the Wildcats. Jackie Hugh bumps to Caitlin Lee, and Carolyn Dormandy secures the point, but the Wildcats continue their hot streak. Raquel Samo's Rutt, Adrina Tang, and Anthony's shot lands 25-9. The Cats win the second set, and in the third, even more Cats action. Goldrip, Tang, and then Eileen Chen lays down the hammer, but late in the set, the Eagles make a push down 23-18. Hugh to Megan Wong to Dormandy, and the shot lands. Lee digs it. Caitlin Cuppett sets it up for Valentina Cheng, and Los Altos ends up pulling within 3, but here is match point for the Cats. All 5 seniors on the court. Tang, the setter, gets the block, and the Cats sweep a very good Los Altos team for their final game of the year.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes bring us the soccer players of the week every week.
This week's girls soccer player of the week is Kennedy Schonauer from Lincoln. Kennedy scored all 3 goals for the Lions in their 3-1 win. A goal-scoring machine, Kennedy has scored 13 goals in 4 games this season. The boys soccer player of the week is Aiden Moreno from Wilcox. Aiden had a great game for the Chargers with 2 goals in the team's win. Albany's Construction is the leader in construction for major projects all across the state.
Each week, Albany's brings us the Dirty Work play. Doing the dirty work this week is Rex Bales from St. Ignatius. Rex, the big man with the pick for the Wildcats in their final game of the season last week. Rex Bales doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction.
CalHope is working to make it easier for teens to battle through the emotional stress of the pandemic.
Here is this week's CalHope mental health tip.
Call your healthcare provider if anxiety interferes with your daily activities. It's okay to ask for help. Your doctor can help you make the right play and deal with your worries and concerns during these challenging times. We're all going through this, so you're not alone.
Coming up, Mount Hamilton baseball action as Live Oak visits Leland.
And the San Francisco baseball player from Guatemala finding a home in the Bay Area. Our U.S. Bank inspirational feature is next.
People is asking me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the food you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
My name is Tommy Splain from Los Gatos High School, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We are back with baseball action from the Blossom Valley League. The Live Oak Acorns have used outstanding pitching to earn a 4-0 overall record, 2-0 in league play. Sophomore Landon Stump has 3 wins with a .39 ERA.
Stump went the distance, beating the Chargers 1-0 in the first game. Leland hoping to even the series in Game 2 at Leland.
The Leland Chargers taking the field, taking on Live Oak. The Chargers get on the board first in the first. Runner on for Jared Reyes, who slices it to right for a base hit. Racing around third and heading for home is Dom Poole, and Dom is safe with a slide. 1-0 Leland. Live Oak answers back in the top of the fourth. Dominic Pereira laces a shot down the left field line all the way to the fence, sending Justin Kester Johnson to third. It's a double for Pereira, and he was happy. That sets the table for Tyler Klopp, who cloppers this one deep to left center. That's a double scoring as Kester Johnson and Pereira as the Acorns take a 2-1 lead. The Acorns looking for more as Josh Elam sends a line drive single up the middle. The runner from second heading for home, but a great play by center fielder Sean Young, who makes a perfect throw to the plate to get the final out of the inning. Bottom 5 runners at the corners for Leland as Enzo Chivitone sends a blistering shot through the left side. Scoring from third is Brett Nolte, and we're tied at 2. Runners at second and third for Live Oak in the 6th, and it's Klopp again going deep to the outfield fence. Riley Coleman and Pereira score as Live Oak gets 4 in the 6th to take a 6-4 lead. The final run scoring here with a runner at third, 1 out, as Mateo Torres lays down a perfect squeeze bunt. Leland with 2 on in the 6th, but the Acorns go Ashton Green to Cole Wilson to Klopp. That's a big double play. The Chargers get one back in the bottom of the 7th. It's Enzo Chivitone sending it high and deep and gone to left. A solo shot for Enzo, and the Chargers trail by just 1 run. But here's the final out, a strikeout and throw to first as Live Oak wins a thriller. 6-5 the final. The Acorns now 6-0 on the season. U.S. Bank brings us stories each week of inspirational athletes who amaze us in all sorts of ways.
Allie Williams has the story of a San Francisco baseball player who has come a long way to play this season.
Vincent Sekman has never turned down a challenge, but it's the obstacles he overcame early in life that helped shape him into the person he is today. When life throws you challenge after challenge early on, it can be tough not crumbling. But for Vincent Sekman, these obstacles create opportunity for second chances. Vincent was born in Guatemala to a young mother.
I want to say my birth mom had me at a really young age where it was really hard to take care of a kid.
We received Vincent's referral when he was about a month old. We accepted it, and very shortly after that, Guatemala closed all adoptions. And so he was stuck in Guatemala.
Vincent's parents were finally able to bring him back to the United States when he was about 14 months old, but he was already very sick and was soon diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia.
I don't know exactly how long I was in the hospital for, but kind of growing up a little bit through in the hospital, first year or so.
We were lucky to be so close to UCSF, and this new protocol, I think, came out of Germany. We decided to try it, and it was just fantastic, the result.
With the new treatment from UCSF and a bone marrow transplant, Vincent beat the leukemia. His fight taught him to embrace every moment. He has great support from his parents and his sister Lucia, who's a year older and was adopted from the Orange County area. Vincent developed his love for baseball from a very young age. While in the hospital as a baby, he was gifted a glove he still cherishes to this day. Vincent started soccer shortly after baseball and plays both sports for Gateway High School in San Francisco. He helped the Gators win an NCS soccer championship his freshman year. His coaches say Vincent is the type of athlete they love to have on their teams.
He's small of stature, right? This isn't a huge kid, but Gateway is a school and athletics program that's all about underdog. It's all about heart, walking onto a field as one of only 2 freshmen on our boys varsity soccer team, and then as a freshman on our varsity baseball team as well. He's a fierce competitor.
He's always been such a key part of our team and shows up to help people, so I appreciate him even more now.
As a senior in high school, Vincent treats each day as a gift. His parents are grateful for every moment, but there's always those little times that remind you how far you've come.
There are times when I'm watching him playing in a game, where I do think back. I think of what it could have been. We might not be around, and how lucky we are.
I've always kind of felt like I've been given like a second chance at life. I don't think I'd be here today, so I've always been thankful for like my mom and dad for taking good care of me.
Vincent knows he'll have the strong support system of his family and his teammates cheering him on every step of the way. Vincent plans to attend the University of Northern Colorado next year and major in either chemistry or forensic science. He's excited for a new experience and says he's grateful for every opportunity. Aubrey and Robert, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Wingstop brings us the Wings of an Angel honor each week, where a student athlete talks about their favorite teacher.
Here's Valeria Warebrook talking about her favorite teacher, Miss Tabucci.
My favorite teacher at Gunn is Miss Tabucci because she just makes the class really fun and is always there to help.
Our Wings of an Angel teacher will receive a Wingstop gift card for doing such a great job.
Wingstop is also honoring Terry Blanchard, a Wingstop owner who passed away last spring from COVID-19. Wingstop will be supporting scholarships for athletes of color in Terry's honor. Those scholarships to be presented at our awards ceremony in June.
Coming up, the very best in Bay Area girls softball as Foothill battles Livermore.
And soccer with Saratoga and Lynbrook next.
We've got 6 plus 1.
Wingstop for...
Who ordered lunch to class? Chloe? Archie? Eleanor? Oh, so nobody will fess up? Fine. I guess I'll just have to eat it all myself. 10-piece lemon pepper with extra ranch?
Yeah, it's in there.
Awesome, thanks.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Piercy Honda, located right off Highway 880 in Milpitas, is where you will find hundreds of new and pre-owned Hondas to choose from. Low credit score, no credit, first-time buyer? No problem, Piercy Honda can help. Find us online at piercyhonda.com to search our inventory, calculate your payments, and even complete your purchase. Piercy Honda is home to great customer service, great deals, and a more convenient way to buy a new or pre-owned Honda. Go to Piercy Honda in Milpitas.
The Guzmans were about to close on a home they adored, but at the last minute, their mortgage company denied their loan because the unusual home didn't meet their usual loan requirements. Heartbroken, they turned to Tri-Counties Bank home mortgage loan specialist Vincent Pagera, specializing in custom loans for unique homes. His team quickly designed a creative solution, uniting the Guzmans and their home just in time. That's a perfect match. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. And by the Serena Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Serena Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We are back with softball in the East Bay League. This league always producing great softball teams, and this season is no different. Livermore has started the season 9-0 with junior pitcher Taylor Rodriguez leading the way.
Foothill comes into this game at 7-1. The two teams opening league play against each other in a thrilling game played at Livermore on Tuesday.
This is Allie Williams with highlights as the undefeated Livermore faces Foothill. Can the Falcons stop the Cowboys? Livermore strikes in the second. Runner on third for Elizabeth Ruiz. She swings and it falls just past the infield, and Pulaski scores. Bottom of the third, Cowboys score one, and now 2 on for Caitlin Aguilar. She smokes one to the fence, giving plenty of time for Audrey Sweet and Taylor Rapp to score. And yeah, that's definitely worthy of a thumbs up. We go to the top of the fifth. Runner on for Avery Francis. Francis ropes one to right and Emily Mayer scores. Francis gets to second and next batter Izzy McElroy hits to left center. Jay Cosgrove scoops and throws home, but Avery Francis slides in. Falcons cut the lead to just 2. Top 7, Foothill still trailing with 2 on and 2 out, and Marissa Anderson comes through. A shot up the middle knocks 2 in, and the Falcons force the game forward. Bottom of the inning, Cowboys have a chance. 2 outs, but bases loaded, and Maddie Heinlein gets the grounder, ends the inning, and sends us into extras. 2 on in the top of the 8th. Ava Marie Perry chips one just inside the left field line. Ava Habner and Emily Mayer score, and Foothill leads by 2. Livermore's turn, 2 on, 2 out. Jay Cosgrove hits one to a diving Izzy McElroy. Elizabeth Ruiz scores. Sarah Curling is safe at third. 2 batters later, the pitcher, Taylor Rodriguez. After 8 innings on the mound, Rodriguez lines one to the fence. The runners round the bases. Sarah Curling scores, Jay Cosgrove scores, and Taylor Rodriguez does it all. The Cowboys walk it off and improve to a perfect 10-0 on the season. What a game from both sides, including 8-inning complete games from both Taylor Rodriguez and Maddie Heinlein.
Lynbrook taking on Saratoga as the sun sets on Monday. Starting it off in the 17th minute, Vikings Connor Marker with a short pass to Yoshi Wang, but it's saved by Falcon keeper Ethan Chang. Still no score in the 49th minute. Nolan Chen taps it to a driving Yule Hong, but Hong's shot is just over the crossbar. 5 minutes later, Leo Yang heads the free kick. Falcons try to kick it out of the box, but Azan Gafour has a shot, and he does not miss. The Vikings are on the board in the 54th minute and lead it 1-0. Final 10 minutes left in regulation. Nicholas Huang racing with a defender up the far sideline before kicking it ahead to Yoshi Wang. A couple of nice moves, loses a defender, passes to Trevor Knotts, and he's there to land the chip shot. Knotts with Lynbrook's second goal, the assist from Wang, and Lynbrook wins it on senior day. 2-0 the final, and Cupertino with goals from Gafour and Knotts.
Senior night at Cal with 2 of the best teams in the nation, San Ramon Valley and California, going at it. 2 minutes in, Evelyn McMahon showing why she is second in scoring in the nation and dancing away from defenders, slipping one past the keeper as the Grizzlies take an early 2-1 lead. A moment later, San Ramon answers back. Tatum neat shoots a laser from 10 yards out to tie it at 2-2. The Wolves showing their passing prowess as Izzy Castillo dishes a pass to Lauren Oreo for the easy goal, and we have a game. It's tied at 4-4. 13 minutes left in the half. San Ramon Valley scores on the fast break as Marin Rugg gets a pass and scores from point-blank range. It's tied at 5-5. The Wolves are far from done. Addie Brower drives past the defender before hurling the ball in the net as the girls in green start to pull away. You've heard her name before. Marin Run disposes of 2 defenders, nutmegs the keeper, and keeps the San Ramon offense rolling. Here's Catherine Casserly for Cal taking it herself and scoring from a really tough angle as she slides the ball into the top corner of the net, but it's too little too late as the Wolves get a big win. The Wolves remain undefeated, a perfect 10-0 on the season. Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
The scholarship phase is now ongoing with voting now live. Go to the Lexus of Stevens Creek website to cast your vote for your favorite volunteer. 5 of the top 10 vote getters will split $10,000 in scholarship money courtesy of Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Coming up, back to the diamond for Lincoln and Sobrato.
And St. Vincent de Paul takes on Berean Christian when 49ers Cal High Sports returns.
We are back with baseball from the Santa Teresa division. Both Lincoln and Sobrato with 2-0 league records starting this week. Lincoln a perfect 5-0 coming into this game overall.
That's right, the two teams meeting in a game at the top of the league standings on Monday afternoon.
The Sobrato Bulldogs playing their home games at Twin Creeks in Sunnyvale this season. The Bulldogs out in front early. Thomas Martinelli, a base hit to left. Shane Callison scores. Martinelli later scores on a fielder's choice, 2-0 Bulldogs. Top third, and Lincoln comes back, starting with this solid base hit through the left side from Thomas Crawford. Next batter is Elias Guzman laying down a terrific bunt. The speedy Guzman safe at first. The throw gets away, allowing Crawford to race to third. The two score on an out on an error. And then later in the third, Matisse Schouten sends it deep on a line to left center. That's going to the fence. Robert Vargas and Desmond Castro score. 4-2 Lincoln. Matisse was pretty pumped up about that one. But all Sobrato after that. Bottom three, Tyler Pena sends it deep to center. A great effort by Richard Vena crashing into the fence. He was okay and stayed in the game. Scoring for the Bulldogs is Callison. Still in the third, William Kahn bouncing it up the middle. A base hit. Martinelli scores. Here comes Pena, part of a 6-run third inning for Sobrato. Bases loaded for Matt Primo, who clutches up and sends a line shot to left. Scoring is Kahn and Ethan Clark, 8-4 Sobrato after 3. The Dogs looking for more in the fifth, but the looping liner is caught by Schouten, who dives to tag the bag. That's a terrific double play. The Bulldogs keep swinging. Primo sending this one to deep center field. To the fence it goes. Scoring is Seth Herstedt for Sobrato. And then Ethan Clark, who had a big game. Ethan takes this one down the line in right. Kahn scores. Clark with a head-first slide into third as Sobrato goes to 3-1 on the season, handing Lincoln its first loss in 6 games. 12-5 is the final.
Courtney Tate here at Berean Christian, where the St. Vincent Mustangs on the road for some Thursday night hoops. Getting things started in the first as Kai Hall goes up strong and 1. St. Vincent ties the score at 3. Still in the first, Jake DeClari passes it to Vince Goronski. He launches it from way behind the arc, sinks it in. Mustangs have an early 4-point lead, but the Eagles fight back in it up 1. Here the ball skipped over to Spencer Johnson. He knocks down the 3. Berean Christian now at 4. Now in the second, Eagles up 7. Marcus Morales on the fast break hits Jakes Muke on the trail, sinks the 3 at the top of the key. Eagles have the largest lead of the game at 10. Still in the second, Mustangs chipping away at it. Devin Segaro knocks down the 3 at the top of the key. St. Vincent brings it to within 3. And now in the third, Berean Christian with a 4-point lead, and it's Vince Goronski surviving in traffic, turns around, sinks the baby jumper. Mustangs cut the lead to 2, but the Eagles showing some heart on defense. Christian Becker comes up with the steal, takes off down the court, goes up and 1. Eagles take a 3-point lead. The defense pressure just kept coming in the fourth. This time, Marcus Morales coming up with the steal, takes off, beautiful finish. Eagles up 4. Friga Amoko hustling for the loose ball here, starts the fast break, passes it to Morales for another quick layup. Mustangs have to call a timeout right here. Berean Christian takes a 6-point lead early. St. Vincent now trying to fight back down 13, and Colleen Collins just muscling his way to the basket. But the Eagles put the seal on the deal with more defensive effort this time. Isaac Jensen with the steal, misses the layup, but Spencer Johnson on the follow. That'll do it. Berean Christian wins the game 42-31, led by Mug with 15 points.
The Harker School honors top athletes for their work in the classroom each week. This week's Harker Scholar athlete is James Murray from Pittsburgh Baseball. The senior pitcher sports a 4.35 GPA, heading to Williams College in Massachusetts in the fall.
Outstanding. Brought to you by the Harker School. In a major milestone, Harker middle and upper school students returned to in-person classes last Monday as 6th graders and seniors took part in classroom instruction for the first time in more than a year. Seniors were rewarded for their long wait with an opportunity to send head of school Brian Yeager into a dunk tank. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Remember, if you weren't able to be at the game, we have entire game videos available for purchase on our website at 49erscalhighsports.com. Be sure to check us out on social media for lots of fun content, including videos, news updates, and lots more. We're at 49ers Cal High everywhere.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on when new videos are posted each week. We have videos going back several years, so go to our YouTube channel to find your highlights from the past.
Coming up, it's the NCS Monster Game with undefeated Heritage taking on Freedom.
And Harker in the pool against Los Altos in water polo. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports.
We've all felt this gap. the distance between what is and what could be. While he's tapping into his passion, the U.S. Bank mobile app can help you tap your way to your savings goals without missing a beat, so you can feed his passion. Earplugs not included. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley. We are back with a battle of two great softball teams from the Bay Valley League. The Heritage Patriots are having a great year with an 11-0 record before this game.
Freedom is pretty impressive at 9-1. Both teams undefeated in league play. This big game is our NCS Monster Game, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
Monster Game, yeah. Welcome to Heritage High School today for a big Bay Valley League matchup between the Heritage Patriots and the Freedom Falcons. The Patriots come into this game undefeated at 11-0 with junior Tiana Bell leading the Patriot attack, hitting .697 and 8 home runs. The Falcons, meanwhile, are led by two sophomore sensations with Alicia Del Real hitting .615 and Jordan Greer hitting .600 for the year. Which team will stay atop the Bay Valley League standings? Let's find out in our NCS Monster Game. The Patriots take the lead right away. Julia Barnett grounds one to first. Freedom would get the force at second, but Tassi Haas scores 1-0. Alex Curolini up next, and she hits a one-hopper off the right field fence for a double, as Tiana Bell will come in to score, and it's 2-0 Heritage Patriots. Skylar Stroke keeps the line moving with a base hit to right. Annalise Acuna and Curolini scores 4-0 Pats after one. Freedom would answer back as Jordan Greer steals second and Madison Evers-Lyles will steal home. The Falcons get one more on an error to cut the deficit in half. But the Patriots get those runs back as Curolini hits a base knock to left. Essence Hernandez and Haas scores 6-2 Heritage after two. Top three and Evers-Lyles cuts into the lead again with a sizzling shot to right center as Lauren Denny and Alicia Del Real scores 6-4 Heritage after three. Top four and Kaylin Gray hits this one deep to right. That one is out of here, and just like that, it's a one-run game after four. But Heritage loads the bases in the fifth for Curolini, who hammers one to center. It is gone! It's a grand slam for Curolini as the Patriots take a 10-5 lead. Then it's Trinity Johnson with another fly ball to right. That one is gone. It's a solo blast for Johnson, and it's 11-5 Heritage after five. Emma Fournier comes in relief for the Patriots, and she gets the punch out here as Heritage wins it 11-6 to go to 12-0 on the season. Here's Alex Curolini on how COVID has affected the season.
With COVID, it's definitely been hard because we didn't play a lot over the summer, but we have a really good group of girls, so coming together and practicing and playing has been really fun because I was a freshman last year, so I didn't get my freshman year. So this year's been really fun.
In Brentwood with the Monster Game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Cupertino seniors and their fellow Pioneers looking to get a win on Senior Day against the Wilcox Chargers. First point, Sarah Eklund bumps it to Heather Kuhl, who sets it up for Sahita Krishnamurthy, and she was going to have a great Senior Day. Tino takes a commanding lead to start it off. Alyssa Chen sets to Aaliyah Narvaez, 14-3 Pioneers. The Chargers battling back. Mona Rogers the dig, Mia Smith-Perez the set, and Sophie Arrett with the back row kill. But the first set belongs to the Vikings. Krishnamurthy digs it and gets set for the feed from Chen, and that is set point. 25-10, Tino wins the first. Wilcox comes back with a vengeance. Rogers and Smith-Perez set up Amanda McDowell in the near corner, and she buries it in the far corner. And on the next point, McDowell and Veronica Pabis team up for the block to tie this set at 6, but Tino with the lead here. Krishnamurthy, Chen to Audrey Han in the far corner, and the Pioneers win set 2 and go for the sweep. Chen's great dig finds Angelina Kondo, who back sets it to Krishnamurthy and slam. I told you Sahita would have a great match. 19 kills in Krishnamurthy's Senior Day as Cupertino wins it in 3.
Adrian Soriano here in Los Altos as Harcourt takes on Los Altos. Harcourt gets on the board first, Kyra Hawk on the breakaway, and Kyra lobs it in. 1-0 Eagles. Then it's Dia Kumar over to Sydney Adler now for the goal, and it's 2-0 Harcourt Eagles. Los Altos gets one back. Caleb Bistrain shoots and scores from long distance. It's 2-1 Harcourt after 1. Los Altos would tie it up in the second. Emily Zhu passes to Sahara Sutaria, who converts from close range. It's all tied up at 3. Now it's Mei Jiang lobbing it over to Bistrain, who finds the net again as Los Altos takes a 6-4 lead at the half. Harcourt keeping it close in the second half. Adler over to Kumar, who scores all the way from San Jose to cut the lead in half. But Los Altos had answers to every Harcourt goal. Bistrain passing inside to Jiang for the goal. Then it's Jiang now over to Bistrain, who beats the keeper as Los Altos wins it 10-7 behind 4 goals from Caleb Bistrain.
Coming up, high-flying hoops action with Campo Lindo taking on Alhambra.
And this former Valley Christian wideout now playing in the NFL. Our Clover Sonoma Dairy Deja Vu segment is next.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Clover Sonoma, the #1 milk brand in Northern California and proud partners of the 49ers. And by Devcon Construction, build, perform, design, sustain.
The Campo Lindo Cougars are the reigning NorCal champs, but are starting off their season missing 2 of their key players. Aiden Mahaney, an outstanding point guard who's on everybody's recruiting list all across the country, suffering a minor injury. He'll be back next week, as will be their sophomore guard.
Logan Robeson. He had a fantastic freshman year. Yeah. He really came out of the woodwork section.
So this should be an interesting game.
Exactly. The Alhambra Bulldogs will have their work cut out for them in the Wednesday night matchup. Senior Jack Watkins will lead the charge for the Dogs. Watkins averaged 12 points a game last year. Campo and Alhambra Wednesday night.
Nice crowd in Martinez as the Alhambra Bulldogs host Campo Lindo. Campo off to a fast start in the corner. It goes to Emmanuel Callis, who nails 3 of his 10 points in the game. More Campo as the Cougars get the steal. Racing up court is Cade Bennett over to Matt Riddell, who lays it in. 10-0 Campo. The Bulldogs looking to get back in it as Jacob Martinez fires for 3, and Jacob nails it. But another steal for Campo. Shane O'Reilly to the rack with a big-time rep. Great play there. He's a sophomore. More Cougars as Justin Yasakogi firing from long range. This Campo team can shoot. Alhambra goes inside now to Josh Palmer, and the junior banks it in. But this game belongs to Campo. Cade Bennett to Max Weaver to the corner for Chase Bennett, who gets 3 of his game-high 12 points. And now here's Chase firing it over to O'Reilly. Hard to the rack for 2 of Shane's 10 points in the game. Stifling defense all night long by the Cougars. Riddell the steal to Chase, back to Riddell. The shot is off, but right there to clean it up is Weaver. Jack Watkins is a really good player for the Bulldogs. Jack driving and scoring for 2 of his team-high 10 points. The Cougars having fun late. It's Justin Chan hitting for 3, and Mahaney and Robeson are Chan fans for sure. As Camp Alindo wins it big, the Cougars go to 2-1 on the season. Chase Bennett leading the way for the Campo Cougars.
Time for the Be Happy Play, brought to us by DGDG.com, where you can be a happy car buyer.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to Taylor Rodriguez of Livermore softball. Not only did she pitch a complete game, but also hit a walk-off 2-run double in extra innings to extend Livermore's perfect record to 10-0. Rodriguez overcome with emotion at home plate. Very happy in this week's DGDG.com Be Happy Play. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer. It's Deja Mu. I'm still yelling. Why am I yelling? Clover Sonoma Dairy helps us look back at high school stars now grazing in bigger fields.
This week we catch up with former Valley Christian wide receiver Colin Johnson. Colin was great for the Warriors with more than 1,100 yards receiving in his senior season. Johnson went on to play at the University of Texas before being chosen in the 5th round of the 2020 NFL Draft by Jacksonville. Colin had 18 catches and 2 touchdowns for the Jags last season.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play. We'll have to wait and see.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikers Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack, and today's training tip is step-ups. Lauren is going to place one foot up on a box. She's going to place all her weight on that elevated heel. She is going to lift her other leg off the ground and slowly come back. The emphasis of this is sinking back into her hips and keeping her knee over her ankle while she does this exercise. One more. Perfect. And that is step-ups.
Lots of great plays this week, but the Service by Medallion Play of the Week always goes to the play that we thought was the best of the best.
First off, we will count down the contenders and then name the best play from this past week.
Week. Adrian Soriano here for the plays of the week, and we start off with Saratoga's Ethan Chang with a nice save to keep the game scoreless. How about Malcolm Felix from St. Ignatius gunning the runner from right to get the out at second? That was nice. Shane O'Reilly from Camp Alindo getting the steal, and here comes the boom! Oh, what a dunk that was. But the play of the week goes to Jacob Creek from Clayton Valley. Jacob hustling down the line to make the diving catch. One more time, check out the web jam from Jacob Creek with the diving catch and our play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We will follow this student athlete from St. Francis as he pulls double duty playing both football and baseball just hours apart. We will see you then.